Hey guys, it's Luke here, your digital concierge at Gramophone. Today we're going to be taking a look at an awesome all-in-one CD player that sounds as good as it looks. This is the SC-C70MK2 by Technics. Likely the best and most elaborate all-in-one CD playing solution that you've probably ever seen or heard, the SC-C70MK2 by Technics is revamping the whole technology with some of their unique innovations that have been brought to take the classic CD player and bring it into the modern world in an all-in-one package that makes it very easy to use and incredibly impressive to listen to. Not to mention, just gorgeous. So we're going to get into what makes this unit special and why it caught my attention. But before we get into it, make sure you subscribe to the Gramophone channel and click that bell notification icon so you don't miss out on anything, because there's a lot of great stuff on the way. Now then, the Technics SC-C70MK2 and why this is one of the first products of its kind that I actually wanted. Alright guys, so let's talk about the features of the Technics SC-C70MK2 and what this has got packing in here that makes it stand out among all-in-one CD players. The first thing is going to be that this is equipped with an 8cm woofer, which is a very good size for a unit like this, and there's a couple unique things going on here. It's a very low mass woofer, but very, very rigid, and it also uses a voice coil that, while strong, is itself low in weight, so it has a very quick response across the entirety of the driver. All of that comes together to make for a woofer that has superb resolution and clarity and can move a lot of air. This also features a separate 2cm silk dome tweeter, using silk being a natural material to give those highs a natural polish to them and an excellent sense, again, of detail and clarity. And I've got to say, having experienced this unit in the showroom, randomly just seeing it put out, popping a CD in it and pressing play, first thing I said when 5 seconds of that first track played was, whoa. That actually sounds great. The cool thing about this tweeter also is that it's built into an acoustic lens, helping to give a good waveform to the outcoming sound wave and ensuring that you get a great sense of image and that it's also room filling. All of these drivers are powered by 3 separate Geno engines. If you guys remember from our previous Technics video on the Technics integrated amp, check that in the description by the way. The Geno engine is a form of amplification developed by Technics that, while pretty much a form of Class D amplification, has some unique technologies they've built in to better correct for jitter and distortions in the digital phase. That way, by the time it actually reaches the driver as an analog signal, you don't have to worry about any of that extra digital noise getting in. And Technics, in my opinion, hit it out of the park with that Geno technology in that particular amp, and it lives here too. Now here's a really cool feature. You know, I always gloat about room correction in most of my other videos about some sort of receiver or AV processor that features a room correction feature of some kind. Well, the Technics has something a little bit similar. That is known as Space Tune Auto. At the touch of a button, this will measure for the room that it's in. You don't have to deploy a separate mic or anything like that. It takes only a few moments, and boom, just like that, this is now optimized for wherever you place it to get the most out of both the unit and the space that it's in. And if you ask me, almost everything should have a feature like that nowadays, and here we are. If you guys are wondering how that works, the microphone for the correction is built right into the unit. As I said, you don't use a separate mic. And it's going to just produce some tones that it will measure right within the unit itself that will reflect within the room, and then the unit will know how different sounds and frequencies will behave in the room. In the industry, we refer to any problem frequencies as room modes, and this will make the according adjustments. Doesn't stop there, guys. You can even further tune the results of this a little bit by using the Technics for iOS app. And finally, when it just comes to functionality, up to 9 different favorite presets can be stored in the unit for individual stations or services that you can quickly reference. For example, one could be for a favorite internet radio station, and another could be for a specific song that you have saved on a USB stick that you have plugged into this device. Alright guys, let's talk about compatibility, because this has got a lot of it, and of course, that is a good thing. Obviously, this has a CD player, because that's been one of the hallmarks of the unit. But another thing that you probably don't know yet, and I was not expecting to find, but was delighted to see, because for many, it's still a need, and you're not finding it in many places now, both an FM and an AM radio with a good old antenna, old-fashioned. So for those of us who still listen to talk radio, by all means, you can with this unit. For the more modern features, this is multi-room capable, being used with multiple units. It has Chromecast built in, it has Apple AirPlay 2, it has TIDAL, it has Spotify Connect, it has other services available over Wi-Fi and internet. And speaking of that, this does have wireless, Wi-Fi, and also has an Ethernet jack for hardwired connections. And finally, it's got good old Bluetooth. Alright guys, let's talk about the design of the SC-C70 Mark II, and we'll start with the dimensions. Okay, so this unit has a height of 5.6 inches, a depth of 11 inches, and a width of 17.7 inches. It's a perfect tabletop or countertop size. And finally, it weighs 17.6 pounds. Nothing that'll break your back, but plenty solid. And just look at this thing, guys. It's a Technics, so you know that's a name that stands for premium build quality. There's nothing I've seen them make that I am not impressed by, both visually and by my fingertips, just by feeling the build quality. This top piece of brushed aluminum is thick and it is legit. It feels great. It's the kind of thing that literally your fingertips will tell you everything you need to know about the workmanship that was put into this product. Look at the louvered front grille and how sharp and elegant that looks. Rather than just some afterthought cloth grille, or even generally what I like, perforated plastic, no. Let's go further, says Technics, and we expect nothing less for them because Technics/Panasonic, they've just always been on it when it comes to the physical form of their product. And I think this is about as elegant as it gets. The front display is clean and it fits nicely into these louvers. This on, say, a modern stainless steel kitchen countertop used as a room-filling audio device that gives you many options for how you wish to do that as well, by the way, would look so well at home. Another thing about this, guys, look at the top here. From the physical power buttons to the up and down volume buttons, these feel great and look great with their rounded brushed finish and their excellent tactile clicky switches that everything that still aims to be a physical switch in today's world ought to be. No mushy nonsense here. This is the kind of switch you can close your eyes, press it, know that you made contact. A satisfying switch. Something about that tactility on any kind of product, but especially a good audio piece, is always just so welcome. The touch controls on this unit are also very responsive, and while you may have to look to see them, you get a good solid beep every time you tap one to know that it engaged, and each one of these never misses a beat. The touch sensor in here is very, very good. And then finally, this is an all-in-one CD player, and CD is a very big feature of this product, because of course it is. The CD mechanism up top is elegant and honestly kind of fun to play with. You just rotate the cover off, and when it gets all the way back, it pops up, drops into a very gentle stop to hold it in place, and you rotate it shut after inserting your CD. This device plays CDs quickly and quietly. What do I mean by quickly? Quick recognition and getting it going. And the actual rotation of the CD is well suppressed. If you put your ear all the way up to it, sure, you can hear it spinning. You get more than 12 inches away from it, and not at all. It is not one of those screaming CD players of old. No, again, it's a Technics, it's elegant, it's quiet, it's understated, but gorgeous. Speaking of being gorgeous, by the way, it comes in two excellent colors. The first is what I have with me today. This is dark silver, as you have the darker louvered front, but you have the bright silver brushed aluminum panel up top. I love the two-tone. It reminds me of the Technics of old. That's my personal favorite, but there's also an excellent all black, and that is going to be a dark brushed aluminum finish up top. If the silver top plate is the champagne, the black top plate is the tux. They both look amazing. For just under $1,000, the Technics SC-C70 Mark II is the all-in-one and highly elegant high-end solution for when you need something that you can drop into any room into your home and have some of the best music quality that you can get in a form factor this small that includes that laundry list of excellent and very, very welcome features. So if you guys are looking for probably one of the best all-in-one solutions for audio that you can find today, start right here and go to skybygramophone.com by clicking the link down below. where you can check out securely and have a brand new Technics shipped fast and free straight to your door. Also, make sure you guys give us a call, or better yet, stop by one of our showrooms. You will find this specific unit on display in the Timonium store, but also come see us at Columbia and Gaithersburg as well, and our beautiful Kitchen Design Center in Hunt Valley, Maryland. You can find us on social media too. We're on Facebook, Instagram, Houzz, Twitter, and a couple others. The links will be down below. If you need help coming up with project ideas, if you need to schedule a service request, or you want to speak to one of our hi-fi, home theater, and interior design experts, get yourself inspired at Gramophone.com and ask at Gramophone.com if you have any questions for me about anything I've covered here on the channel. All right, guys, you know what to do. Please give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this, drop a comment down below, and subscribe to the Gramophone channel for all of your audio and home theater needs. I want to hear what you guys think about this unit, what other things from Technics that you want to see, and tell me about anything else that you want to see in the future from us too. As always, thank you for watching. Be seeing you.